ஆனந்தம் சில்க்ஸ் ஆடி தள்ளுபடி செம்ம ஜாலி ஆடி ஆஃபர் 5 முதல் 50% வரை.
அண்மை செய்தியை பார்க்கிறோம். பட்ஜெட் மீதான விவாதத்தில் ப. சிதம்பரம் உரையாற்றி வருகிறார். பட்ஜெட் மீதான விவாதத்தில் மத்திய முன்னாள் நிதியமைச்சர் ப. சிதம்பரம் உரையாற்றி வருகிறார்.
And dismiss it in 10 words. WPI inflation is 3.4%. CPI inflation is 5.1%. Food inflation is 9.4%. This is data collected where you can collect data. Mostly along towns and villages abutting the national highway, at best the state highway, at best the district highway. But go into the hinterland of India. Go into the KBK districts of Odisha. Go into the interiors of Dharmapuri or Ramanathapuram. The inflation is much higher than your 3.4% or 5.1% or 9.4%. And the chief economic advisor, who may be cautious, conservative, he has a degree of autonomy which no other officer of the government of India has, he said in his economic survey, quote, India's inflation continues to be low, stable, and moving towards the 4% target. It's been moving for the last 4 years. When will it arrive at the 4% target? Is inflation low? Is it stable? No. Is it moving towards the 4% target? No. If it is moving towards the 4% target, why has the RBI not revised downward the bank rate fixed in June 2023?
Yes.
This is the 13th month of a 6.5% bank rate. Bank rate is the good measure of where inflation is moving. If inflation is moving towards the 4% target, 4% is, the target is actually 4 plus or minus 2. It's not 4%. Assuming that 4% is the target, why is the RBI keeping the bank rate at 6.5% for the last 13 months? Why is the MPC, the Monetary Policy Committee, not willing to revise it downwards? And I think what the Chief Economic Advisor said in his economic survey is injury, and the Honorable Finance Minister dismissing the subject in 10 words is adding insult to injury. Inflation is a humiliating situation because every family is hit by inflation. I warn this government, you are taking inflation not so seriously. The last set of by-elections punished you. You will not agree. But I think the last set of by-elections were out of 13 seats, 10 seats were won by the India bloc. It's a punishment, a warning administered to you. And if you don't take inflation seriously, you will be punished more. If you want to suffer the punishment, you're welcome to suffer the punishment. And in this situation, you claim that the growth was last year 8.2%. And this year it will be 6.5% to 7%. I'm not going into the macroeconomic analysis. Some of my colleagues will do that. I ask you, how do you arrive at this growth rate? You take the nominal growth rate and apply a deflator and arrive at the GDP. Sir, the House and you must know that the deflator that they have adopted for the manufacturing sector for last year is 1.7. When wholesale inflation is 3.4, when CPI inflation is 5.1, food inflation is 9.4, how do you adopt a deflator of 1.7? In fact, I want the Honorable Finance Minister to tell us what is the deflator you have adopted for manufacturing industry, what is the deflator you have adopted for industry and for agriculture, and what is the deflator you have adopted for services. Nominal growth is measurable, but your GDP in real terms is simply by adopting a deflator. And if you adopt a deflator, which several knowledgeable economists and experts throughout the world have severely criticized for the last 3 or 4 years, you will arrive at this rosy picture. You would adopt a deflator less than 1.7, you would not have arrived at 8.2, you would have arrived at 9.2.
முன்னாள் மத்திய நிதியமைச்சர் ப சிதம்பரம் மாநிலங்களவை உரையாற்றியதை பார்த்தோம். அதில் பணவீக்க பாதிப்பு நிதியமைச்சருக்கு தெரியவில்லை என்ற குற்றச்சாட்டை முன்வைத்திருக்கிறார். நாட்டில் பணவீக்கம் மிக அதிகமாக இருக்கிறது என்றும் அவர் குறிப்பிட்டிருக்கிறார். அவர் பேசிய முழு விவரங்களையும் பின்னர் வரக்கூடிய செய்திகளில் விரிவாக பார்க்கலாம்.
ஆனந்தம் சில்க்ஸ் ஆடி தள்ளுபடி செம்ம ஜாலி ஆடி ஆஃபர் 5 முதல் 50% வரை.